Welcome to Maximum Impact with Jay Cameron. I'm here with another YouTuber that I have, another content creator who I ran into here in Accra, Ghana, and this is Delphina.
Yeah.
And what's the name of your channel?
Delwiyash React Talk. You can check me out there.
Delwiyash.
Yeah.
See,
Delwiyash React Talk. Like react and talk.
See,
Yeah.
react, talk.
Talk.
See, that's learning these accents here. So you do reaction videos?
Yes, I do reaction videos to music and any kind of, but for now, I'm being specific on reaction, like music reaction, yeah.
Okay, so like, give me an example of something that you would react to.
I reacted to a song which I love so much. I don't know if you know Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
Yes,
I know
one
Elvis.
of his songs.
What you know about Elvis? What you know about Elvis? What you know about Elvis?
I do not really know much. I do not really go deep, to dig out about him much. But all I know, I love the song so much. Maybe because I do not really have time. YouTube do, take a lot of our time in editing. I do everything myself.
Really?
Yeah, I do everything myself basically.
So everybody go check out her channel.
Yeah.
She has a tremendous following. She just started not too long ago.
Yeah, February.
February of 2022.
Yes.
And the channel's already exploded. You have over 8,000 subs.
Yeah, 8,000.
So she's well on her way. And now let's dive into this conversation here, because I know you want to talk about, this is not a reaction video, but this is a video that talks about your experience being Nigerian, living in Ghana. Okay. Now tell me where you're from in Nigeria.
I'm from the north.
Okay.
Kaduna State, precisely.
Kaduna State?
Yes. I'm a Christian, not a Muslim, because anybody you tell you're from the north, they think you are a Muslim.
Because of Hausa and Fulani.
Yeah, because of Hausa, Hausa Fulani thing. Okay. But I can speak Hausa very well, very fluent. Yeah, I can be. Yeah, okay.
That's how you speak
Yes,
Hausa?
that's how you guys do it.
Oh,
yes, that's it in Hausa. Yeah, I can speak Hausa very well, but I'm not Hausa. We have our own, different tribes.
And different languages.
Yes, yeah, different languages. I come from this language called Atiap.
Atiap.
Yes.
But you know that's interesting. A lot of people think that when they hear Nigerian, they normally think of Yoruba or Hausa, Fulani, Igbo.
Yeah, and Igbo.
But I'm learning today there are 36 different states in Nigeria.
Of course, they are.
Just like there are 50 states in the United States.
Yeah.
And there are hundreds, I'm sure, of different ethnic groups with different languages in Nigeria.
Yes,
so when blanketing Nigerians, that can kind of be misinformed, because every Nigerian is not the same, or are they?
No, because we have different culture, different food.
Really?
If you're from the north and you travel to the east, you meet a different food entirely there.
Really?
So you have to start adapting to sometimes weather. Their weather is kind of different from the weather. Nigeria is very big.
It is
it's
big.
very, very big.
Yeah.
So that's it basically for now. So.
But when you hear, like from where I come from in America, we can have the tendency to generalize and say, oh, those Nigerians are like this, or this Nigerian, or the Nigerians, but without even understanding the complexity and the diversity of Nigerians, even within Nigeria, there is a lot of different ethnic. A lot of different ethnic differences, if you will. And so that's what makes Nigeria so unique, because you have over 200 million people within this country.
Yeah.
And many people don't know that there are 36 different states.
Yeah.
So
aside 36 different states, we also have local governments, because one person cannot be able to rule the whole state by himself. So we also have different leaders ruling, or how would I put it?
These are tribal leaders?
Yes, tribal leaders. We have, apart from local government chairmen, we also have tribal, leaders.
Okay.
Because the places are very big. They are very, very big. I think you can explore Nigeria. When would you come?
Oh,
would
I've
like
been.
to see you.
I've been.
I'll
I've
go
been.
with you.
I've
I can
been.
take you
I've been
around.
to Lagos. I've
Yeah.
been to Abuja. I've been to
Yeah.
Calabar.
I wanted to come to Kaduna State.
Okay, Kaduna State.
Yeah, Kaduna
Now,
State.
can
That's
I
where I'm
catch
from.
Air Peace there or catch Ibomare? Which one do I catch?
What?
Which airline do I catch there?
Air Peace.
Air Peace.
Yes,
Oh,
Air
okay.
Peace.
So I even know
But
airlines.
you can easily come through Abuja.
Yeah, okay. So,
Yes.
so I can
So
catch
when you land in Abuja, then we can take a car we'll pass through the back.
Okay, and that's
Yes,
safe.
yes,
you know,
it's very, yeah, yes. I
everyone-
want you to go through the safer route.
Because
That's
everybody
why,
wonders about, Nigeria. They hear
Yeah.
all the different things, obviously, with Boko Haram. They hear
Yeah.
about the different, and that's like the equivalent of different things going on in America, too, just to kind of put it
Yeah.
in perspective. But with that, all right, because I can tell that you're proud to be Nigerian.
Yeah,
You're proud of your ethnic group in Nigeria.
Yes, I'm very proud.
But you have found yourself in Ghana.
Yeah.
So now, one might wonder, like, now how did you end up in Ghana?
Okay.
And you're so excited about Nigeria and wanting to bring people and all of that. How did you end up in Ghana?
I was once a student. I schooled here. Then I returned back to Nigeria to do my National Youth Service. So after that, I tried searching for jobs. I did so many things to earn a living, but it's not really working. And again, sometimes parents can make you slow down. It's the kind of thing, because when you ask for something, they give it to you. And that isn't encouraging because of the kind of people I met when I was in school. So that triggered me to, it gave me a different perspective about myself, because I came from Nigeria as there's something they call ajebota. That's
Ajebota.
someone that is from well-to-do home.
Oh,
everything,
okay.
yes, everything
So your parents
is
have
been,
money.
yeah. Not that, they are okay.
Okay.
They are
Put it out
okay.
there like
So please pardon me on this.
They pay you
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
They pay.
yeah, not just that. So anything you ask, they give it to you.
Okay.
So I don't like that kind of lifestyle again, because I came to Ghana and I saw different kind of people, different kind of character, different kind of, So I decided to pick the one I want. So I'm the kind of person that don't like, you can't force me to do what I don't want to do. I try to do what I want to do. You can advise me, I will keep my ears open, listen to you, but once you're gone, I will do what I want. So I don't get influenced by friends.
Okay. Okay.
So I pick the right thing to do, which I know what I'm doing, taking risks.
All right. Take a risk.
They call it,
Right.
they call me a risk taker. I call myself a risk taker.
So, and that's what your family says.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, that's very correct, because when I returned back to Ghana, it was hell. Because I
Really?
came, it was really, really hell. That's the second time. My second coming. After school, I went back. I, tried businesses. It wasn't work. I wasn't just happy. When you're in an environment and you're not happy, you can't make it. When you're not happy,
So you
you can't
weren't
make
happy
it.
back in Nigeria?
Yeah, I wasn't happy.
Why weren't you happy?
I wasn't happy because of the insecurity. Sometimes you sit in your home and you hear gunshot.
Okay. So that does happen.
Yes,
Okay.
it happens. I don't like that. I wasn't used to all of that.
Okay,
It just changed. Everything just changed about Nigeria. That's where I'm from, Kaduna State. I don't know if you can check online. Fulani kidnappers. All those kind
Okay,
of things.
all of that
You'll
was
see
what was
all of
going on
that.
in your
It happens.
area.
Yes, Kaduna State. That's southern Kaduna. Be specific, southern Kaduna.
Southern Kaduna State.
Yes, you see a lot of killings, young children.
And you wanted to get out of there.
I wanted to get out of there. So an
Sound like
opportunity
some-
came.
Well, it sounds like some cities in America that have that same thing going on.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
We just felt the government are not really trying hard for us, because notorious people can come and finish their, they can come kill people before the government will arrive. Maybe they are already done with everything.
And then the government comes late.
Yes, then the government. So we feel maybe the government knows something about it. That's why maybe they allow them to execute everything they came there to do before they send the military or something. So everybody is on his own. Aside that one, my younger brother died. So I went for the funeral. When I went back to Nigeria, what happened to me, it wasn't funny at all.
What happened?
It wasn't funny at all. I was robbed.
Really?
Oh,
At gunpoint?
yes, I was, oh no. I gave them everything.
So they came to you with a gun? Or something?
No, they came with a machete.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so I had to give them, I didn't struggle with them, I gave them everything. So when I gave them everything, we now went to the police station, and surprising, God, they said they can't let us in.
In the police station.
Yes, police station. You know, if something of such happened to you in the US or maybe here in Ghana, when you go, they will take you in. They will take you in. Then you
If the
write, you
police
drop.
don't, if the
Yeah.
police don't actually shoot you, then, you know, because that's
No,
what
they will
happens
take you.
in America. You can, depending on
Oh,
who you are.
really? Oh, I do not really know about
Yeah,
that. So I'm so sorry for concluding on that area.
But that's why
But
a
let me
lot of
talk
people.
about Ghana.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In Ghana, they would take you in and ask you what, because police is your friend. That's what I know. So since from that time, I got to understand that everybody is on his own in Nigeria. Because if police can't help me,
Who can?
who
You have to
can?
defend yourself.
That means I'm on my own.
And I've heard that before. So that's how you got to Ghana.
So let's
And
fast forward.
But that just
to-
happened. That just happened recently.
Yeah, it happened recently.
Oh wow.
Yeah, very recently. Last month, October. That's when it happened.
And so
yeah.
so you went to your brother's funeral.
Yeah.
You got
And
robbed with a machete.
Yes,
so
and
you're
when my
grieving and
very
having to
correct,
deal with this.
very correct. And when my uncle was coming for the funeral too, he was being kidnapped.
Wow.
He was being kidnapped. So while we are mourning, we had to pay some ransom. So it's not funny at all.
No, it's not.
It's not funny at all.
I mean, and that kind of lends itself to putting into perspective some of the things that we do here in
Yeah.
the West about Nigeria. That some of that is true.
Yeah.
Is it like that throughout the whole country of Nigeria?
Can you please come again?
Is it like that same culture, that same climate of far as, you know, getting kidnapped and robbed? Is that like that everywhere in
Yes,
Nigeria?
it's happening everywhere in Nigeria.
Okay.
Everywhere. They
Okay.
don't pick where, but people are saying, because we do not really know who really are into all of this, because I got to understand that people already are making it a business, because they are already, other people that started it, they're making money. So if you are the one, you saw that, okay, that's an opportunity for you to, you know, start up something, because we don't have jobs in Nigeria.
Okay.
No jobs. So what would you do? Since kidnapping is bringing cash,
The money.
people are succumbing to.
So it's business.
Yeah. So it's now a business. So people get into it and they do it as a business. So I'm going to talk about the scenario where a son connived with his friend to kidnap his father.
Wow.
Yes, just for money.
Wow.
So you see why I call it a business, right? That's it basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you see why I said Nigeria. I love Ghana because Ghana is peaceful. Ghana is peaceful. Like you can go out at any time you want to go
And not
out
have to be
and come back.
bothered.
Especially people as a YouTuber, you know, you can be able to go for a shoot while returning back. You come back late or something. So
There's no problem.
you know, yeah, there's no problem. So even when I went back for my brother's funeral, I was rushing to return back because I wasn't having, you know, videos on my channel to upload. So everything was dropping. Everything was dropping. We are having light issues. They don't have light in Nigeria too. We do have. So that is a challenge too.
But even
Lights off.
But even with all of that, I still hear that you love Nigeria underneath.
Yes, I love Nigeria because that's where I'm from.
Because I was like, because even still, you were willing
That's
to
where I'm
invite me to.
Yes, to see, we have
So
a
it's
very
interesting.
beautiful culture. We have a very beautiful culture, but I'm saying all of this because if you're going to Nigeria, you have to be careful. Nigeria is a beautiful place. I can't object the fact that it is. You guys know already, right? But you have to be very careful, and you have to know someone there that will direct you. You can't just go to Nigeria without knowing nobody. If not, you'll be cheated. Not just Nigeria, other countries too.
Yeah, no,
You can't
I
just
can
go
think-
without knowing no
I can
one.
think of another country. I won't say it right now, but but you know, I appreciate that honest and balanced
Yeah.
assessment of it, because
Yeah.
it sounds very similar to America.
Okay.
Even though you're not necessarily dealing with kidnapping so much in America,
Okay.
but you, like when I'm here in Ghana, I'm not worried about getting shot driving down the street. In America, you think about being shot driving down the street, or depending on what part of America you're in,
Okay.
the Klan. They call it the Ku Klux Klan. They'll come and they'll come into your home and do all kinds of things. Or even if you're not in those areas, you could be in your home and somebody could run into your home and try to rob you and everything. This is America.
Oh, wow.
So if I'm lying, you know, those of us who live in those areas and, you know, they know about the home invasions, and so you deal with a lot of those things, because I know I can hear somebody saying, well, see that Nigeria, it's like this, that, and the other, and they can't see what's happening in their own backyard in America or whatever, you know, but it happens. But I'm glad that you still love your country.
I love
I'm
it.
glad that you still love your culture. And now you're here in Ghana. What has it been like for you as a Nigerian with that label, with everything that you just put on there, that you just explained? How has life been, or how have you been treated as a Nigerian here in Ghana?
You know, if you previously I was talking about something before I jumped into another. Yeah, so I'll go back to it.
Let's go back.
again.
Let's go back.
Yes, so when I came back, I'll fast forward back to when I returned back the second time to Ghana. So I was being called for a job offer, which was in Tamale. I went to Tamale. I never knew that it was a scam, and the name of the company is QNet. Yeah, so they took our money, promising us, you know, heaven on earth. We never knew that this is what it was and all. So when we discovered everything, it was already too late. Our money is gone. They already opened an account for us, and we are not ready to move on with selling their products.
Okay.
You know, it's all about products.
And
So
they
we
didn't
have to
a
be
product for you
selling.
to sell.
Yeah. No, you will, but for you to convince someone to get the product are very expensive. So for you to convince someone to get a product is something else.
Wow.
So what I did, I dropped out. I left Tamale. I came back to Accra. So they gave me a roof, and the person who gave me a roof to stay with him was someone I brought to Ghana. Was it 9 years back? Yes, I got admission for him to Ghana, like to school here.
Okay.
Because I was here before he came.
So the gentleman.
So he gave me yes. That's why it's good to help, because I helped him, and this time around, he was in a position. He helped me too.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
so he helped me. He gave me accommodation. I stayed with him for 6 months
Really?
before I got my own accommodation. So during that process, I met some Nigerians. You see, we have good Nigerians. So I met them, and I saw that they were doing YouTube, and you know, they invited me as a guest on their channel. So when I got there, I find out that this is something I can be able to do since they're getting money or something. And that at that very period, I needed money to move out because I was staying with a man. So I can't be able to do things that I really want to do. Because,
Okay.
yes.
And how did
Because
that work
I
out?
can't wear what I want to wear. Like if I want to sleep, you can just see me on long trousers trying to cover up. I don't want to entice or seduce him.
How did that work
anywhere
out? How did you know? I'm curious now
Yeah.
because you got this man.
Yeah.
How did that work out?
It really worked out positively.
Oh,
Really, he is really a nice man.
So he didn't try anything.
He didn't try anything. He didn't
My
try
man.
anything. We have good men.
Look at you. Look at you.
Yeah,
back
we
here.
have good men.
Look at him back here. He's back
Yeah.
here smiling. He looked up real fast. He's
Yeah,
like,
that's
wait.
right. He be like, this
All
is
the fellas.
impossible.
All
Oh.
the fellas.
But
Anytime.
really, honestly speaking, he didn't try to do anything.
So that worked out positively for you, and then. So you got your own place.
Yeah, I got my own
Now you're
place.
able to walk around however you feel like you want to walk around.
Yes, and YouTube.
So YouTube paid for it.
YouTube paid. I
Really?
got a place, yeah.
Let me find out. I need to step my YouTube game up so I can go find me a crib and live off of YouTube like that. So you were able to move out.
Yes, I
So,
was able
so
to
you do
move
YouTube
out.
full time.
Yes, full
YouTube
time.
is your occupation.
Yes, that's what I do.
Doing reaction videos.
Reaction video, but I'm trying to add up with some lifestyle and
do something different.
maybe vlogging, yeah.
So-
Because I know my life is interesting, so people have to see and learn from what I do. Yeah.
So now, all right. So you're doing some vlog. You're going to be doing some
Yes,
vlogging,
I'm
some
gonna be doing
lifestyle.
yeah.
What is, if any challenge? Because I've heard different people say different things about being Nigerian
Okay.
in Ghana, and I always try to bridge the gap as far as having a conversation
Okay.
and never trying to fuel any fire or anything like that, because I'm
Okay.
about bringing people together. But for you, have you experienced any challenges as a Nigerian in Ghana?
Yes.
Okay, well, she's a clear throat there.
Yes. The challenges are language barrier, because when you speak out, they already know where you're from. When you speak out, they already know where you're from. Like me, sometimes they really think hard because I don't really speak like a Nigerian. So they be like, are you from Cameroon. Some people will be like Algeria. Some people will be like,
Algeria?
Yes.
Algeria. Okay,
That's
not
what they keep
Nigeria, but
saying. Not Nigeria.
Algeria.
Yes, they will keep calling some kind of countries that I've never traveled
But you
there
know,
before.
Algeria is way off in the left field on that one. Okay. Okay. So this is. All right, I can see Cameroon. That's right next door.
Yeah.
Benin, Togo,
Yeah.
Gabon.
They don't. They call different countries.
But not
I'd be like,
Nigeria.
no, not Nigeria. I don't. When I tell them I'm from Nigeria, because I always say I'm from Nigeria, and they be like, oh. So that's a challenge. So I know them the way African countries, especially Ghana and South Africa, the way they treat Nigerians. I don't know why. Sometimes I feel they treat us like that way because they feel intimidated. Everything we put our hands, we put all our effort, we put all our energy to see that we succeed in that thing. We don't get distracted. So that's the secret. Instead of them to ask, what is the secret of you being a successful businessman or women? They don't do that, but they keep envying, keep saying bad stuff about,
Interesting.
Yeah.
So have you experienced positive Ghanaians who didn't treat you any differently?
Yes.
Because of
I met two people and they are guys. I'll call their names.
guys.
They're guys. I met a Ghanaian friend
Okay.
that shows a different.
Side.
A
Okay.
different side of a Ghanaian. I'd be like, oh wow, is this person really a Ghanaian? His name is Terence, and
Oh,
the
well.
other one is Mike.
Going to Renz and Mike. All right.
Yes,
that's good.
Mike and
Bridging the
Terence.
gap
Shout out
there.
to you guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you think people, when they meet you and they see you as a Nigerian and you're different from what they're perceiving, do you think that may change the perception for maybe some Ghanaians too?
Yeah, literally, every Ghanaian I meet, they always say things about bad stuff, negative stuff about Nigerians. So I'd be like, why are they doing all of this? Because we are not the ones that our forefathers had issues with their forefathers. So why is it affecting us now? Why is it that we are the ones to suffer the cross? Gone are days when people are thinking such way. All I know, the reason why I came back to Ghana is that I want us to come together as Africans. Let's come together as Africans. I'm seeing Ghana as my home. I'm seeing Ghana as my home. Let's come together as Africans and okay, check out this festival that just happened now, the YouTube Creators Festival. We have a lot of Nigerians there. Why did they come out to support them? I believe if it is Ghanaian that the festival is happening in Nigeria, they would not come out to support.
You mean if it was in Nigeria?
Yes, if this festival happened in Nigeria,
they would.
and I don't think they will feel intimidated. I don't know, but I feel so.
The Nigerians wouldn't come out.
The Ghanaians, but we came out. We
Okay.
show up.
Okay.
We show up.
Okay.
Because we don't, we like to show up.
Well, I'm letting y'all tell
Yeah,
me.
we like to show up. Our energy, we have a great energy.
Okay.
So we like to show the whole world that we are capable.
So
Of
do
course.
you think that same energy? Do you think Ghanaians have that same energy too?
I don't think so. I do call Ghanaians very lazy. I think I call them lazy. I'm very serious about what I'm saying.
Why do you say that?
I call them lazy because I made mention of something. I told you that instead of them to ask of the secret, that why are you going, why are you being successful in this part you're doing? Let me know the secret. But they don't want to do that. They keep hating. They keep hating. So they don't want to work. I met a family when I was staying at East Legon. Husband will be in the house. He will be in the house from morning to night. The wife will go out, go hustle. She will bring it to. She will come back home, cook for the husband. He will eat. The husband can tell the child will be taking money from 15 years old girl without asking where she's getting the money from. I've seen that with my eye at East Legon. The place is called Okonglo. I stayed there before.
No, I've seen that among many so-called African Americans.
But in Nigeria,
I've seen that among many
a
so-called
mother can never, where I'm from, Southern Kaduna, they can never. My dad, when he sees me, he knows my clothes while I was home. When he sees me with a new clothes, he'd be like, where did you get this clothes from? Because he knows he didn't buy me this clothes. And I have to say something about it.
So the difference in the culture, because again, I know, you have a lot of hard-working African Americans, a lot of brilliant African Americans, but then you have another part of our culture
Yeah.
where many men have a pimp mentality. You know what a pimp is?
No.
You know what a pimp is?
Yeah.
I gotta bring in some of it.
I want to know.
A pimp is basically a guy, you have lady pimps too, but a man who uses women to make money off of them.
Oh wow, man.
And so, but sometimes he lays around the house
Yeah.
while she goes to work.
Okay.
He does nothing. He sits around playing video games or caught up in his issues or drinking or smoking or whatever he's doing, or got his other lady coming over, whatever he has happening. And then she works, and then she takes care of the children, does everything. So but that's not all of us.
Okay.
That's a small. Let me not even. It's not that small. It's maybe say 20% or so. And then you have another part of the culture where the men work hard. They go provide. They know what's going on with their children. So I say that to say, do you think that there are parts of Ghanaian culture where the men do what they're supposed to do, where they actually go and work and bring in resources and contribute to the household?
Yeah, I think those two friends I told you, the
Okay.
Ghanaians I met,
Was
they
it
are
Lorenz,
the
Trends?
Terence and Mike.
They changed the
Yes,
perspective
yes,
a
they
little bit.
changed the perspective. I changed my, the way I think about Ghanaian men. But that was what I was thinking about them before. So when we talk about them being lazy, seriously, we have lazy Ghanaian people. Likewise to Nigeria, we have very lazy Nigerians. So I think I agree with you. What you're saying is not everybody that is, that's
That
is in
falls
that
into that
class. Yes, that fall into the class of being
Laziness.
lazy, and it's everywhere. It's everywhere. We have lazy people and we have hardworking people. We have people who work harder and harder.
And it sounds like the
It's-
culture
yeah.
you came from is where people worked harder and
Yes, we
harder.
are
so
farmers.
you know that. So when you see somebody sitting around all day, you're
Then
like,
I'd be like, that's very correct.
like, hold on,
That's very correct.
I
That's
don't know
very
that
correct.
culture right there. That
Yeah,
culture is
that's
something
very
I
correct.
didn't. My daddy didn't raise me like that. My
I
dad, hold on, my
know.
dad, because I can tell you, your dad has a major influence in your life.
Yes, that's very true.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's something that you've experienced since being here. But then the question someone might have is, then why, if you see the laziness, why do you love Ghana so much? What is it about Ghana that is so lovely?
Ghana, you can easily locate, beautiful things in Ghana.
Okay.
Because where I'm from, I'm a little bit far from. Nigeria is big, so if you want to go explore, you have to pay money, transportation, and go to sometimes you have to take flights.
Right.
Yeah, because Nigeria is big.
Yeah.
But here in Accra, you can easily step out and see luxury, beautiful places.
You can.
So
It's
it's
a
very,
beautiful place.
yeah, beautiful places. So I think that really made me stay here too as a YouTuber, because when I step out, I will just locate what I'm doing, but I will spend less money. But in Nigeria, I'll spend a lot. And again, light. They always have light here. They don't disappoint. But in Nigeria, I have to, on the generator, when I'm reacting, something like that, then light off.
It's
So
interesting.
it's stressful.
But it's interesting because the reason why this is a good conversation is because you are giving the real. I mean, you're not sugarcoating Nigeria.
No.
You're not sugarcoating how you see
No.
some of the Ghanaian men. It's good
This is
because
it.
you can say, hey, you know what? It's all wonderful, and I don't want to say, but you're saying, look, this is my experience. This is what
Yeah.
I've seen.
Yeah.
And I appreciate this about Ghana. And I think when people see and hear it, they're hearing a balance in it. And when, unfortunately, I see on some channels and on some interviews, there's no balance. It's like, oh no, them Africans. Like, wait a minute, which Africans are you talking about? Because, within 50 miles, you get 3 different African groups. So which ones are you talking about? But what you're doing is allowing people to hear it through your lens and unfiltered, because, and maybe it'll encourage, because he's Ghanaian, but he's not lazy though.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
I can see.
he's not
Okay, he
lazy.
made me believe that not all Ghanaians are lazy.
Yeah, forcing that. He's not lazy.
Oh, yeah.
He works hard. He works really, really hard.
Okay.
But the thing is but from your experience, that's what you saw. And as you're around more and more people in a culture, you can say, you know what? That's a lazy one. That's not a lazy one.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? And even from my own culture in America,
Yeah.
I know some very, very lazy individuals. but I know some hard-working ones too.
Yeah.
So with that, so you're here. You plan on staying here? You plan on going back to Nigeria? What's your plan? Your game plan here?
I think I'm going back to Nigeria.
Really?
Yes, I have to go back to
Even with all that going on, you're gonna go back to Nigeria?
Yes, when everything is stable for me, I have to, that's, should I say, I'm still in Ghana because I want everything to, everything is very easy here, and I don't have the capital to purchase some stuff. But with time, I give myself time, that from this time to this time, I will get everything ready. Then maybe I will get an inverter or something.
Okay.
That can give me supply lights. I wouldn't need NEPA. They
So
call
you-
them NEPA, the
that's
power
what
supply.
NEPA.
Yes, they call them NEPA. PHC.
NEPA.
Yes,
NEPA.
NEPA, yeah. So I wouldn't need them at that time
Because you have
when
your own
everything is
generator.
ready.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to use generator because I don't
You need
need
fuel.
voice, like noise, I mean. I don't need noise.
Right.
So,
You
you know,
turn,
yeah.
all the time.
So all I will need is an inverter. Yeah.
Well,
with a solar
solar
and
panel, and
yeah.
you can go and
Yeah.
run.
So
Well, I think
when
this-
everything is ready, I'm going back to my country.
So this is a
Our
very
economy is good.
what
Compared to
Nigeria.
Ghana,
I would say
so-
Nigeria is the wealthiest country in Africa. Most people don't know that. Nigeria is number one,
Very correct.
followed by South Africa,
Yeah.
followed by Egypt, and then I think after that it kind of spreads out. I think Algeria and some other places.
Oh, okay.
Ghana, I think, is like Ghana.
Okay, when it comes to economy, right?
Yeah, in Africa, yeah, it might be. I think it's in the top 10. I think it's I think maybe like number 8 or
Fourth
9.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And then you have Kenya that's in there real strong, and then you have I think. Let me not start. I think Angola's in there really heavy. I know Libya has. I'm just thinking about places that have
yeah.
resources.
Okay.
But anyway, type the top 10 in the comments. Because it's quite fascinating. Put the numbers, put the gross domestic product numbers
Yeah.
next to the country, and you'll actually see what is being generated here on the continent. So, but I think this is a really fascinating conversation, and this is a reaction video, of sorts, because now you're branching out and you're now beginning to start having these types of conversations,
Yeah.
which bring people into your philosophy and bring people into your world. So I think that's cool. So, and so as we get ready to wrap up, anything else you want to share?
Yeah. I just want to advise you guys, or I just want to share something with you guys. You know what it is? You know what agape means? It means love, right? Agape. Love from God. That's what I will tell you right now. Look your left, your right. Anyone you see, love the person as yourself. And kisses.
Hey, so you heard it from Delphine. Make sure you check out her channel. Give us the name again.
Delreache Reactor. DELREACTALK. Delreache Reactor.
See, and you see all of her reaction videos.
Yeah.
And be sure to subscribe to her channel, follow her journey, and then of course make sure you subscribe to this channel, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and until next time, take care and
Love
be safe.
you.
Open up your eyes and see all the fun and mystery. Take an African adventure with Darren and Destiny. From the mountains to the shore, so many things to explore. Take an African adventure with Darren and Destiny.
The Adventures of Darren and Destiny. And Darren and Destiny are twin brother and sister, and you go on their adventures throughout the African diaspora, meaning so African diaspora destinations, primarily focused in Africa, but we go to South America, we're going to go to the Caribbean. Their first book is going to take you to Ghana, and then we're going to go on a safari, and from there we're going to go to Ethiopia, and then we go to Salvador, Brazil. And what the goal is to be able to inspire curiosity in the continent of Africa, in our children from a very young age, and to really tell a more accurate story. Most of our children are exposed to negative images, late night infomercials about how bad things are, everybody's sick, everybody's poor, everyone's uneducated, but that's simply not true. So what Darren and Destiny and their family do is they go to different African destinations. They are learning about these different places. You're beginning to see positive images, but still telling the truth. I mean, that's the important thing, to tell the truth about some of the things that have occurred. But it's all done on a children's level so they begin to understand it. And it begins to pique their curiosity. They begin to learn more. And hopefully one day they will want to explore and visit the continent of Africa and its many countries. There's just so much that Darren and Destiny are able to do, and as they're doing it, it's like they begin to open the minds of a new generation, and they don't get bombarded and indoctrinated with negativity. They're actually able to see positivity and inspiring images and messages about the African diaspora, as well as those who are still indigenous to the continent of Africa, and they begin to learn more and just see things differently. So I'm excited about introducing the adventures of Darren and Destiny.